Hi everyone, welcome to the Speaker Aquatics Complex on the campus of University of California at Berkeley. It's the 2018 National League Championship third place game. Los Angeles Athletic Club taking on USA University, LA in the dark caps, USA in the white. The officials Hadi Farid, Levon Dermengian, Cammie Craig, and Greg Meskel joining you here in Berkeley for this third place game. And the LA Athletic Club emerging yesterday in a win over Alumni. Able to reach this match, a shorthanded team, and then falling short in the semifinal. So they find themselves here in this third place battle.
Looking forward to watching this game play out.
And then University, they were in a physical matchup against the New York Athletic Club that they lost. Alex Wolf, who was given a game misconduct, he is playing today. He's in the goal right now for University. Noah Hodge in the cage for LA. And we'll see an exclusion here for Los Angeles as they get their offense going. LA Athletic Club, Connor Vergy will take a look. Some quick passing here across the way. They go top of the perimeter now, and that's a score for Mark Urban on the 6-on-5.
LA having just a few players on the bench. It's after playing 2 games yesterday, recovery must have been very important for them coming into today's game. They're having to play much smarter water polo, not harder water polo, if you will.
Yeah. Have to conserve the energy when possible.
It's been fun to watch University play as well. A young, hungry team. They play with a lot of intensity and a lot of fire.
And the University team, a lot of names you know in college water polo. Good look inside. That's off the post, though, stopped by Hodge on the attempt. And University, a lot of these guys on the senior national team were in that mix. Bad pass. Hooper steps in to take that one away from Vergy. Hooper now on the move. University with the advantage. He'll swing that over to Cavanaugh. Back to Hooper. Easy does it. Changing hands and hitting. Second look here.
Trying to get his body organized, catching it with the left hand, transferring it to the right and in. All doing that in a horizontal body position.
Impressive stuff there from Hooper, the Cow Bear.
It's amazing what the water allows your body to do and how it allows your body to move.
Yeah, able to stay upright there. Good leg strength, and he's tied this game at 1 early stages. Mark Vonderveit on the outside. Quickly lets it fly off the mark.
University up on the counterattack.
Here they come. Good near side deal. Cross cage, though, is off the mark on the attempt there from Hannes Dobé.
Off the mark, but not a bad look, not a bad idea to go cross cage.
Yeah, the idea correct. Just unable to hit there, but Dobé has been a go-to this weekend for University here at the National League. Working inside here for Clayton Snyder, and Ben Halla comes over for the steal.
No love from the refs on that one.
You thought there should have been a call?
I mean, I'd like to see it. Not a bad move to the ball.
On the other end, Halleck creating all kinds of space, but they pulled the chair on him, and he falls backwards. A takeaway for LA.
Still another great opportunity to give a center an ejection. Kind of letting the center and defender play out right now, which we haven't been seeing in the earlier games. They've been calling it quite tight, so sometimes it's nice just to watch the players just play.
You're exactly right. Earlier on, we have seen that there is not much physical play allowed. You've seen the exclusions called. An exclusion called here against University. And a power play opportunity for LA. They call for time. Don't forget, fans, live stats of this game and all National League contests are available via the Fosh at thefosh.net, THEFOSH.net. And all of these games right here on Facebook and YouTube, they will archive to those platforms. YouTube.com/USAWP and Facebook.com/USAWP. Coach Carlson for Los Angeles Athletic Club talking things over with his group. Out of the timeout, LA on the attack. A 1-1 game. Vonderveit, a few fakes, still on the advantage. Good look inside, the redirect off the post and out of play. And it was tipped out on the rush by University, so it will stay LA ball, even strength after the exclusion has ended. And so much for that. An offensive against LA. The ball turns over, and now University will have it back.
As much as possible, I mean, an offensive turnover is never a good deal, but to have it happen so early in the possession is something you really want to try to stay away from.
Really just demoralizing, too, as you try and get your offense set to give it right back. A lot of movement here as Hooper looks to break free. He gets the ordinary, winds up, a save by Hodge. A big wind up there from Johnny Hooper, but Hodge able to turn it away. Dangerous pass and a steal. Hopping into a passing lane, Johnny Hooper forcing that turnover. And now defenders giving chase. Hooper moving in. Ball tipped away. Defense from behind.
Again, we're seeing the refs just letting them play out a bit.
That was Urban coming from behind to force the turnover. On the other end, Wolf with the save. On the direct shot from Vonderveit. Long outlet now. Thomas Dunstan out. He has help. Hooper. University attacking. Hooper goes cross cage, but off the post.
Seeing a bit of a swim meet go on here. We're not setting up fully either end a full offense. Just picking up and shooting, and we're going back and forth a bit. So it'll be interesting to see who kind of grabs control here, sets up their offense, and wins this back and forth battle. And these are the small battles that present themselves throughout the games that you want to try to win. You start going up and down, up and down. Okay, it becomes a battle of fitness, right? Who's going to be able to step up while they're fatigued, while they've gone up and down the pool, and put that ball away in the back of the cage. Because as you get more and more tired, your shots are becoming more challenged, right?
More challenged, and then more challenged to take. You have to generate that physical exertion to do it the right way.
Dig it a little bit deeper to get that ball where it needs to go. Saved by the coach here calling a timeout, giving him a second to take a deep breath, set up their offense, and get back at it.
2:30 to play, first quarter, third place game. University and LA Athletic Club all tied at 1. Title game to follow. New York Athletic Club and Olympic Club scheduled to start around 12:45 p.m. Pacific time here.
Starting to have a bit of a buzz on the pool deck. People are showing up.
Yep, as you get near that title game, always seems to be the way. Crowd grows a little bit. If you're in the area, free admission to all the games here today. Come out and join us here at the Speaker Aquatics Complex.
We talked about those battles within the game and the fitness level it takes. That is always, as an athlete, had been a big motivation for me in training. When you thought your legs were going to fall off, you want to have your legs stronger than the person you're battling up and down the pool with.
Make them think their legs are going to fall off. That's how you win the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Ordinary call, Dobey lets it fly. Count it. 2-1 the lead for University.
Dobey is one of the more aggressive shooters on University, and really a dictator on offense. The ball is constantly in his hand, and he's helping to set things up and looking for those opportunities of threat throughout the entire offensive possession.
So he gives University a 1-goal lead. Alumni looking to equalize, under 2 to play in the first quarter. Shot clock to 8. Off speed. That was a nasty shot from the outside.
And he's happy about it.
Matt Casora from the outside.
Legs up. Gives it the little touch it needs to sink into the back corner of the cage.
A little spin on that looked like.
A little spin always helped.
Never hurt. 2-2 the score.
Center battling.
Dobey shovels it off. Big outside try there from Sawyer Rhodes is off the bar. Rhodes has it back. They go far side, and that attempt sails high on the attempt from Cavanaugh. Under a minute to play, first quarter, 2-2. The score here between University and Los Angeles Athletic Club. LA on the attack. As Urban was moving in, exclusion. On the far side, lob, big stop. Wolf is there, a rebound now. A fight for it. LA had controlled it, but University forced the ball under. So the exclusion went against Cavanaugh. But it was a good defensive stop from University to kill off that power play. .15 seconds on the shot clock here for University as they advance. Catch and shoot, a save by Hodge. He's able to keep it in play. 12 seconds left now. Last chance here for Los Angeles. Delegdi pushing ahead, 3 on the clock. They've got 2. Here's the ordinary. Clock shouldn't have expired there, but they're going to let it stop. So that brings a odd ending to the first quarter where no shot was allowed. And we are tied at 2 between University and LA Athletic Club. We're back with the second right here on USA Water Polo TV. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
Second quarter underway here in the third place game between University and Los Angeles Athletic Club.
You'll find when these teams are evenly matched up, you'll have typically a lower scoring game and a more even score. Earlier in the tournament, we saw more lopsided scores, but as we make it into the last day here, teams are naturally putting themselves in place to play more.
That often
games.
happens. You think about this Junior Olympics, the Olympic Games. It starts off with some lopsided results as we see a goal here, and then leads to that good 7-6 sort of game.
Right.
Sawyer Rhodes hitting there for University to give the USA University squad a 3-2 lead.
It's interesting, though, because, even though the games are more evenly matched, the final game's not always the best game you play. It's not always the prettiest game. And, in fact, it's probably one of the harder games to get through because it's at the end of a tournament. And you're exhausted and you've battled. In the Olympics, that's your 6th game of the tournament.
Save for Wolf on the Urban attempt. And you have to factor in all the nerves and everything else that goes into taking a bit off your game.
A lot of energy going into that.
Hooper breaks free. He'll move in, unselfishly deals it off. And another for University, this time Thomas Dunstan, and they've gotten off to a good start in the second quarter, ahead 4-2.
University getting alumni on their heels a bit here, LA on their heels a bit here, chasing them defensively. Like we've spoken about earlier, their bench is not deep, so the last position they want to be in is chasing.
Yeah, they'll be in a tough spot if they get down big, given the lack of resources off the bench. Shot clock to 7. LA on the attack. Vonderveit takes a look. He's knocked down. A near steal. And the shot clock expires. Some good intensity here out of University to start the second. A couple of goals. Strong defense. Now we come the other direction. The changeup. Hooper took a little something off of that one. High corner and a 3-goal lead.
Continuously moving in. Really controlled fakes. Finding that top right corner. But as you can see, he's just getting closer and closer to the cage as he's setting himself up for that shot.
Good accuracy there. Not his hardest shot, but he put it in the right spot.
Sometimes that's all you need.
And how fast University has taken a 2-2 game, made it a 5-2 game. LA will try and chip away here on the power play. Exclusion on Rhodes. And a 6-on-5 here for Los Angeles. Vonderveit loses the handle. Quick cross pass.
LA needing to convert this.
Field block. Trying to keep it alive, and LA cannot convert. And off the bench, Marko Vavic comes up with it. And now University on the attack. Thomas Dunston, USC Trojan. Ball tipped up as he looked inside for Halleck. Off the pass there from Woodhead. And now controlled by Noah Hodge. Near steal on the perimeter, and instead for his troubles, an exclusion. Hooper excluded. A little over-aggressive there, tipping that one away on the ordinary. And LA will call for time.
We've talked about the presence that a referee has on the game, but it's trying to find that balance and read kind of how are they calling the game? What is the flow of the game? And kind of applying yourself to that as a player.
And I think most players, and I'd imagine you would agree, look for consistency far and away. So if it's going to be this way in the first quarter, fine. Just make sure it's that all the way through.
Right. As you're, as a player, you're sitting there and you're trying to see what you can get away with. How far can you push the envelope before the ref's going to step in? And that's just, in regards to intensity and explosiveness, and what are you going to be able to get away with in regards to that?
And would you prefer a tighter called game or a little bit of a looser style from the officials?
It just depends. Sometimes you just want to play. You don't want the referee to get in the way. And a ref that, as an athlete and as a player in the pool, if you don't feel the ref's presence in a game, you know that the ref's doing their job great. You're just playing. When you're constantly looking up or the game's stopping and that flow's not there, and that's when it gets difficult and challenging.
6-on-5 for Los Angeles. Out of the timeout, they hit. Power play goal is there for the LA Athletic Club and Matt Kasura.
Another shot where you see the goalie was there, but it just rolled right up his chest and up into the back of the cage.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few goals today where keepers were there in the vicinity, in the area, just couldn't control the shot. Important goal there for LA to stop a 3-goal run from University. Approaching the halfway mark of the second quarter. On the other end, a 6-on-5 opportunity coming. They won't wait on that. They'll go right inside and watch Dylan Woodhead slam that home for a power play strike.
Opportunity to get up nice and big on his legs. Finishing that off the top of the goalie's head. A little cap adjustment there.
Buzz the tower. And back to a 3-goal advantage for University. And now a turnover.
This is what we talked about with LA not wanting to give University the opportunity to run on counterattack opportunities. They just don't have the depth in their bench to be chasing this game and be using the energy in that way.
Cavanaugh misses there on that secondary break. And so part of the goal accomplished, to your point, make this LA team swim. They don't have a large roster.
Right.
Tire them out. University does have the subs.
And you've found that LA's style has been to just slowly bring the ball up, set up their offense, and start going to work in that way.
Here's Urban. Backhand, and Wolf is there. And we talk about LA's roster size, but you have to give them credit. By and large, they've come into this weekend pretty fit. You don't see a lot of guys out there who are really struggling to get up and down the pool.
Right. It's just the minutes that they're demanded to play.
Dunston, a bobble. Shot clock to 8. He gets it back. We'll take a look and thread the needle. Thomas Dunston makes it 7-3 as the Greenwich, Connecticut native New Canaan, Connecticut, but played in Greenwich, able to bury that shot. He's had an interesting journey growing up in Connecticut. Not a lot of high school water polo there, more on the club scene. Starting to get into the high school ranks a little bit. Leaves his high school, which didn't have a water polo team at New Canaan. Transfers to Modern Day, one of the best high school programs around, and then goes from there to USC. Was an Olympian with Team USA in 2016. One of 2 teenagers on that roster for Team USA.
What a story, to have a dream and have a vision, a goal of knowing where you want to go and then making the sacrifices to put yourself in the position to get there. I mean, to leave where you were born and raised, your family, friends, all for a dream.
Yeah, to transfer high schools late in your high school career has got to be an interesting experience. Six on 5 for Los Angeles here. Battered down by Rhodes, comes right back to Vonderveit off the post. Garbage goal, not the case. Wolf there to cover up. Thought you'd see a shot batted back in by Lotero, but it comes back to University. They call for time with 2:12 remaining in the first half. Yeah, it was Dunston and Ben Halleck, both on the younger side, as part of that Olympic team in Rio. It's a bit reminiscent of Tony Azevedo's first Olympic Games in 2000, graduating high school and then going to the Olympics later that year, or what you saw Maggie Steffens do a couple of years ago. More than a couple now, going back to 2012, but making that team still as a high school student.
I mean, incredible to be wrapping up CIF and then competing in a world championship. What extremes.
Yeah, I mean, that was wild. You know, for her to be playing at a high level and go back to high school water polo, then come back, play the Olympics, and then on to college. Saw this most recent quad, Maddie Musselman, stepping out of her high school to train full-time with Team USA, going online.
I mean, I couldn't imagine. I started playing water polo in 8th grade, and my first opportunity to compete with the national team, I was in high school, but far from in a position to be training with them consistently, like the Fishers, Musselman, Steffens.
Yeah, Aria Fisher, another example of someone in high school going back to high school after her Olympic experience. That is controlled there by Hodge. I always wondered that. How do you go from playing the Olympics to then playing high school water polo? It has to just be such an adjustment. The physical play, for starters, just dial it way back. Things you're doing internationally are not going to be tolerated.
Right, and I think that's where players really can begin to develop um, their leadership skills, right? So, shifting and being flexible and understanding what is needed for this particular team, what is needed for these particular teammates.
Nice look inside for Lotero. Gets one back for LA to make it 7-4.
Their role on the national team is going to be much different than their role going back to their high school teams. And what a cool position for them to be flexible and figure out what does that role look like, what kind of leadership can they bring to the team. And most oftentimes they just need to lead by example, do the things that got them to the national team to begin with.
University in the lead here. 7-4. Dunstan takes a look. A knockdown there as we approach a minute to play. In the first half, entry inside is tipped away and bobbled and controlled by Hodge. Long outlet here. Urban out ahead of the field. He'll put on the brakes and he is stopped by Wolf. And that'll lead to a counter the other way. A little back and forth here to close out the first half. Hooper moving in. Shot try. That one skims off the bar. And it comes back to LA. And you could hear University saying, hang on that shot, because Urban had come all the way down to the other end. He was going to be wide open had there been a counter try.
A little bit of cherry picking action is what we call that.
Yes.
We talked about the challenge of maintaining a fitness level in our sport. LA, many of these guys having their full-time careers, jobs, not having as much opportunity as University to train.
Wolf lets it fly as we come to the end of the first half, and University has gone in front here 7-4 in this third place matchup. We return with the third quarter right here live from Berkeley on USA Water Polo TV. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
underway in the third quarter of this third place game. And it's a 7-4 lead for University over LA Athletic Club. Cammie Craig and Greg Meskel here with you from Berkeley. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for everyone checking in on our live stream on Facebook. Patrick comments, it's a great day for water polo. We agree. And it's a great day to score a goal. If you're Ben Halleck, right in front, pushes that advantage out to 8-4 now. As we've said all weekend, Cammie, the second half really will tell the story in a lot of these games, and University has this lead. Can LA muster some sort of charge back?
We've seen teams really start pulling away in that second half.
Tipped out there on the attempt on Cage. New goalie now for USA University as Jack Turner has come on, replacing Alex Wolf. LA controlling here after the new shot clock. Urban takes a look. Puts it inside. A double team. Good pressure from behind there from University to force that turnover.
It's tough. Not a lot of space in there to rip any shot off for the center.
Sawyer Rhodes coming from behind for the steal. Here's Hooper. Hooper, good look, Rhodes. Sawyer Rhodes hitting on the counter from Hooper, 9-4 University.
University now asking LA to respond to their counterattacks.
That's a big ask.
Yeah,
the way that they are cruising down the pool.
Yes.
A 9-4 lead for University, looking to claim third place here. Exclusion. LA will get an opportunity here on the advantage. First couple of minutes here of the third quarter. That's off the bar and away. And so Los Angeles now 2 for 7 on the advantage. University's only had the one try. They're 1 for 1 on the power play. They've done a lot of their damage via natural goal. Field blocked on that attempt from the outside. Marko Vavic trying to power that one home.
It's a dangerous move. University has some great outside shooters, and Halleck being dominant in the center position, asking LA to come back into that drop defense, allowing those outside shooters the opportunity to get looks on Cage.
Well, LA is in trouble here, trailing by 5. And you wonder what adjustments can they make here to try and close this gap. University, as the shot clock is winding down, and there's a save by Turner. University is scoring a lot of natural goals, so it's not a 6-on-5 situation. It's getting out on the counter. It's taking these moments and turning them into scores. And
right, University's taking full advantage of their speed at this point.
And they put another one on the board. Hannes Dobe makes it 10-4. And this LA team may have run out of gas here in a way to battle back in this third place contest. They'll go to their bench with under 5 to play in the third quarter.
LA just wants to continue to put themselves in a position to where that they can start coming back on defense in a controlled manner, and no one's caught off guard, right? So they need a very slow, methodical, thought-out offense so that they're not feeding University's counterattack. it's hard once that starts rolling and a team's getting off on the counterattack over and over again. It's really, I say, stop the bleeding, right?
Well, and the challenge, too, is you want to slow things down, but you also have to make up 6 goals.
Right.
So you have to pick your poison here. Do you want to try and go quick? You're trying to erase a deficit. But if you do that, are you just feeding into the other team's hands?
Right. So where do you strike that balance?
Exclusion called on Jake Earhart, and a 6-on-5 here. For Los Angeles, they will call for time and a chance to try and cut this down to 5. Coming up next, our championship match here at the 2018 National League. It'll be the New York Athletic Club taking on the Olympic Club. Great East versus West battle between the two club rivals. Planning to start that around 12:45 p.m. Pacific time here.
Both Olympic Club and Nyack are on deck right now warming up for their game. You can see the professionalism both teams are bringing.
And both going through some pre-game discussion, some dry land warm-up before they get in the water.
Longtime rivals. We know it's going to be an intense game for sure.
And despite your New York Athletic Club affiliation, we know you won't be picking favorites here. You're just here to see a good game.
That's right. That is right. I'm a fan of water polo.
Just a fan of a good water polo game, especially a championship game.
Great day to watch water polo.
It is, it is. But aren't they all? Timeout over. Hodge will start things up. LA on the advantage. Looking for their 5th goal. Urban takes a look. Works for the cross pass. A knockdown there. Here's Van der Veit. Sides coming even. Doesn't matter. Andres Delegdi able to connect, making it a 10-5 game.
University's so close to knocking him down. Just finish all the way through. I think maybe that's what caught the goalie off guard, is that defensive player was so close, yet LA got a great shot off.
So a 10-5 game now. This has been the struggle for LA. They get a goal back here or there, but struggle to really chip away at this big gap. Dabé trying to put another one on the board. Too much on it. And Hodge will take a look. Vergi controlling.
LA setting up their offense, having their center in good position, getting University back in a zone.
Vergi from Van der Veit. A couple of men of Troy. And then a clean steal. Sawyer Rhodes, future man of Troy. Off to the races indeed. Lefty cruising in. Puts on the brakes. Keeper comes out, spinning. Hodge denies that one in close, and now he'll have to wait for reinforcements. He's going to get him. Here's Dunston. But too much on that pass. And now LA has numbers the other direction. Delegdi never made it down to the offensive end. Tries a little trickery to throw it behind him and go get it. No end one mixtape entry here.
Always a risk when you toss that ball and try to make your move underwater, you lose sight of the ball. So there's that 50-50 chance when you pop up. Could be there, could not be there.
Could be stolen.
Could be stolen. And in this case it was.
University has it. They call for time with 3:03 to play in the third. And a 10-5 lead for University. Appreciate all of our folks joining us on the live stream here, chiming in with their comments. Patrick adds that any day that ends in Y is a great day for water polo. That makes sense.
Makes perfect sense.
It's a fire comment right there, Patrick. Nicely done. A lot of water polo on the way, both in the pool and out of the pool. 2 big events coming up on the USA Water Polo calendar. May 19th, a Saturday evening at the Del Mar Marriott in the San Diego area. The USA Water Polo Gala, recognizing the 2017 National Award winners. 5 retiring Olympians, including our very own Cammie Craig, and 3 Legacy Award winners. Tickets available for that event at usawaterpolo.org, and tickets also on sale for the 2018 USA Water Polo Hall of Fame induction, a class of 5 going in June 8th at the Hotel Irvine in Irvine, California. Brenda Villa, Heather Petrie, Guy Baker, Chris Humbert, Scott Hinman, the 5 inductees. Tickets available at usawaterpolo.org for that event as well. The exclusion here on Puentes. Dunstan on the advantage in front, the hesitation, and Halleck drills it.
That seems to be a connection we've seen over and over again this week, and is Halleck on the post for those redirect shots. That's a connection they've definitely developed and something they look to on their 6-on-5.
And he had the patience, took the pass, didn't shoot right away, waited for an opportunity, waited a beat, and then put it home.
That's just a testament to his leg strength and body control. I mean, we talked about what goes up must come down, and a lot of times passes too high, we overstretch and overreach ourselves and end up with our chins in the water when we're shooting.
When you added the idea too about that imaginary clock in your head, knowing how much time you have, and there he felt comfortable as Dobé goes hard off the bar. But he had the patience and the comfort to know I have another second and then I can shoot.
Right. In those moments where you're pausing or just taking an extra second, I mean, that's will make the difference between putting the ball in the cage or not.
Clayton Snyder with under 2 minutes to play. Shot clock to 2. And a steal. Dunstan getting in front, and he is charging ahead. Even strength here as they break down the pool. Vonderveit does a nice job getting back with Dunstan. Here's Rhodes. The exclusion. Away from the ball, it'll leave Dobé wide open, and he hits.
There's nothing like earning the ejection and then scoring the goal after. Putting all the pieces together.
Charles Oslin excluded, and Dobé, eyes light up when he sees that ball come back, and he's wide open.
Definitely dangerous with that ball in his hand, a constant threat for University.
A little more than a minute to play in the third quarter. University has really taken control of this match, 12-5. Will be an exclusion called, but a big lead nonetheless here. Marko Vavic departs. LA trying to chip away at this 12-5 deficit. Inside, batted out and stolen. Hooper throws it to himself, but then Vavic comes in to take it out of the corner. Less than 30 seconds to play, third quarter. Hooper. Dunstan. Shot clock to 2.
Looking to get that live entry pass into Halleck. Ball slips out, opportunity is missed.
And that attempt wouldn't have counted there from Vavic. Just 5 seconds left now in the quarter as time winds down. The redirect not available. 3/4 complete in the third place game. It's all USA University. They are ahead 12-5. We're back with the fourth after this. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
Fourth and final underway. Third place game. USA University leading LA Athletic Club 12-5, and just over time, Cammie, this University squad has systematically built this lead. And they've been efficient. 3 for 3 on the advantage, shooting close to 50% on their shot attempts from the field. And they've kept LA to just 3 for 9 on the advantage and just 5 for 19 shooting.
University gaining their advantage in the third and their counterattack opportunities, making LA swim.
Exclusion against University on Abramson. A power play here for Los Angeles. And a tip and a steal, and the defense can't go not talked about either, because that has been a huge part in really limiting what Los Angeles has been able to do. They've been aggressive getting in the passing lanes, pressuring on the perimeter, forcing turnovers, forcing bad passes. Lots of tips around the 2-meter area. Pass comes in. University's been there to deflect. Skip shot there is too high on the try by Lotero on the counterattack. Championship match to follow. New York Athletic Club, Olympic Club on the way. Exclusion goes against LA and Urban. Power play to University, looking for more. Right in front, they'll get it. Woodhead almost puts himself in the cage. Slams that one in close.
You see University taking the ball to the lane line, giving that post player the opportunity to move all the way inside there, just sliding behind the back of LA's defender, finding that lane to connect. The movement away from the ball is equally as important as the movement you make with the ball in your hand, if not more important, for creating opportunities offensively, especially on 6-on-5, as they're wanting to stretch out LA's 5-man.
Yeah, University has things figured out now. Nice
Good
move
look.
inside. Clayton Snyder fading and taking a little something off of it. He gets Turner out of position.
He puts a little touch on that finish as well, as he sees the goalie coming out and kind of diving towards him.
Turner at the last second could realize he had guessed the wrong direction but couldn't get back in time. (13-6). Takeaway here. Nathan Puentes with the steal. Exclusion on University. Power play now for Los Angeles once again. Dobey kicked out. And another score. Los Angeles connecting over the keeper's head. That was Kasura.
Watch the ball make its way to Kasori, but he continues to change his angle while the ball's up in an aggressive shooting position, making it easier for him to find that side of the cage.
And
that,
if you're
that's that movement I was talking about that's so important, is to continue to move not only with the ball in your hand, but before the ball even gets to your hand. That really creates those opportunities for yourself.
And cuts it to 13-7. If you're University, though, you have to be asking yourself, why are we still getting excluded? We hold a large advantage here in this game. We've just got to keep playing, not give LA anything extra on the offense, but they've given them now a couple of opportunities here on the power play.
The crowd is starting to trickle in for the final game here at National League.
Exciting to see some more fans on hand. We've got great weather all weekend long. I've had nice fan support throughout. An outlet here. Hodge puts it ahead. Expecting more folks to turn out for this final. Here's Vonderveit.
Vonderveit has been a source of speed for LA all game. One you'll see up on the counterattack for them.
It's an exclusion again against University. Another power play here for Los Angeles.
Sometimes when you see
another
patience.
Goal. Lotero.
Lotero with great patience, receiving that lofty pass up and over, having the opportunity to fake, get the goalie to respond, and then put it away. Sometimes when you see these lopsided scores, the refs will be a little bit more favorable, putting you in a position to make it more of a game.
Which really shouldn't be a thing, but
You're right.
it does happen from time to time. And on this end, we'll see another exclusion. This will go against LA and Virgie. Rhodes goes bar down but can't hit. Hodge will control it. with a little under 3:30 to play in the fourth.
LA eating some time as they're slowly coming out of the ejection box.
Shot clock to 7. Timer about to expire here in LA. So they had been running some goals together over the last couple of minutes, but couldn't get a shot on net on that possession. Dangerous pass across the pool there. Rhodes comes up with it. University on the attack. Good look inside. Halleck puts the head down, tries to wheel inside, but 3 blue caps come over for the steal.
As a center, that was always a tough angle for me to receive the ball at from 2 when you're facing the 4-5 side, because it's going to your left hand and then you have to fully bring your body around to meet the ball. It's got to be almost like the most perfect pass to make that all come together. Otherwise, it's a long ways to go.
LA now with back-to-back turnovers as we approach 2 minutes in the fourth. So a spirited charge from Los Angeles, but they'll run out of time in this one, in this third-place game. Woodhead swings. Shot clock to 1, and a save there. Hodge bats it right back out to 5 meters.
University, great awareness there as he's watching his teammate have his back and going back on defense, giving him the green light to take the shot.
Entry inside. Lotero working for it. He'll draw the ordinary with 1.5 minutes to play here in the fourth. They go back inside. Lotero, the low skipper backhand. Turner there.
Lotero's another center in this tournament that's received a lot of center entry passes. LA working hard for him and getting a lot of opportunities off.
In transition off the post. On the attempt there by Earhart. Rebound controlled by University.
University's calming it down, saying, use the clock, use the possession.
And Rhodes will control on the near side, try and take some time off. And we've got an offensive foul. LA will take control with under 1 minute to play here in the fourth quarter. And University on their way to a 13-8 victory if this score stands. Jack Turner able to knock that one away on the outside attempt. Another try coming in. They go back to Lotero. He draws an exclusion after 3 white caps surround him. And now the shot clock is off, under 30 seconds to play. Right in front. Easy does it for Lotero. He has earned that one. He worked hard.
Yes. High five shared after that. Happy to see that one in the back of the cage.
And we've talked about the timing to put those shots away at 2 meters. There wasn't much of an opening there. He had to catch and release before the crash came.
At this point, University will take the win, but LA still enjoying playing together and making those connections.
It's been a nice weekend for them. Coming out early, playing strong in their first game, and then that really allowed them to get into that top 4, unable to advance in the semifinal, but coming back here and again giving University a strong game, but just falling short. 13-9 as the time will tick away here, and it'll be University claiming 3rd, LA Athletic Club claiming 4th. Your final score 13-9 here in Berkeley, the win to University. Coming up next, our last and final, the championship game here at the 2018 National League. New York Athletic Club, Olympic Club. Come back and join us right here live on USA Water Polo TV.